To some developing news from the Seneca Nation. Members are now firing back at the state of New York after court filings, which have essentially frozen the nation's bank accounts and finances as a whole. Good evening, everyone. I'm Claudine Ewing. It's the latest move in a long-standing dispute between the two sides over hundreds of millions of dollars in casino revenue, which the state claims the Senecas still owe. Channel 2's Ron Plants has been reaching out to both sides tonight and joins us from our newsroom with more. Ron?
Claudine, the Seneca Nation Council actually meets tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock to discuss and possibly take some action on this banking transaction situation, this freeze of their accounts in essence. Some members of the nation also hoping for a bolder approach in their dealings with the state. These are the court filings backed by the federal court here in Western New York, which the state of New York filed with the Senecas and KeyBank late last week. A restraining order and information subpoena, which the tribal nation says have frozen their assets and financial transactions. This all goes back to the continuing legal battle between the two sides over what the state identifies as nearly $226 million in gaming revenue. It was originally thought there was an agreement in January to pay those funds in exchange for discussions on a new gaming compact with the state and casino exclusivity rights for the Senecas, but that was disputed by others in the Seneca Nation. They also contend a federal court ruling gave them until April 8th to respond, even though the state disagrees without further comment. In a released statement, Seneca Nation President Matthew Pagels calls the state's actions malicious and politically motivated. They also contend they affect the well-being of the Senecas and their children and elders, with an impact on everything from education to health care and medication in clinics, and then to the livelihoods of the Senecas and anyone doing business with them. While Pagels, through a spokesman, declined an interview, a member of the Mothers of the Nation advocacy group did not hold back.
The state having completely violated a court action and instead moved to freeze the nation's accounts. This is an economically devastating blow to the nation that impacts virtually every member of the Seneca Nation and our livelihood. It's economic terrorism.
And Logan had strong statements for Seneca leadership and KeyBank, which declined comments citing litigation.
I, for one, would like to see the Seneca elected officials stand up for the nation in a stronger, more meaningful way to defend the economic interests of the Seneca people.
There is going to be a widespread exodus of people, nation members, individual accounts being closed, nation members divesting from KeyBank.
Logan acknowledges arbitration and a federal judge have ruled in favor of the state, but hopes to see the Seneca Nation leaders hire new attorneys for a stronger legal challenge and may seek more involvement from the U.S. Department of Interior, which has oversight on tribal matters. Ron Plants, Channel 2 News.